All right, we're back. Another day with Mad Max. The weather is pretty nice outside, so I actually went over by my buddy Nick. And thanks to you guys for your awesome comment. I don't know who exactly commented about getting the pulley powder coated. I was like, oh my God, that's such a great idea. So I actually took that rear pulley and brought it over by Nick because I'm gonna be getting it powder coated black. I thought of getting it powder coated the same color as the wheels, the super chrome with the lowers, but then I'm like, you know what? If everything is super chrome, I think it would just like blend in too much and it would all look like one piece. So I decided to get that rear pulley powder coated gloss black. I think the contrast on it is going to look great. And if you guys are aware, if you take a look at your pulley, it's actually like that crinkle finish. It's really hard to get clean. It always looks dull and dingy. So they're actually going to be powder coating the entire pulley gloss black, the wheels and the lowers super chrome. So I think that's going to look awesome. Thank you. And that's why I love when you guys comment. You guys, everybody talks back and forth. I think it's fantastic. Everybody gets ideas off of one another. I really didn't even think to powder coat that pulley, like I said, so whoever commented, thank you so much. That is getting done. So anyway, before we get into this video, I got Mad Max on the Let's Roll dolly lift system, and it's gonna be super easy. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna actually roll the bike out and I'm gonna clean it. We're gonna talk about a few other things, but before we get into that, guys, we are on our way to 100,000 subscribers, thanks to you guys. And to show you guys my appreciation, right there in the box, I got a brand new Chromeworks 2-in-2 black chrome Eclipse exhaust, pair of Indy Ridge boots and gloves, and a set of bag blades for someone. I'm going to be picking someone at Daytona when I'm at the Chromeworks rig. I'll give you guys dates in the next video. I'm actually going to have a meet and greet there at Amsel Adam, at Zero 3D, and at Chromeworks. Stay tuned for the dates and time. And also, on another note, but let me get back to this. I'm moving ahead of myself. All you got to do is be subscribed to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up, put a comment down below in the comment section, and like I said, I'll be picking someone when I'm at Daytona. Also, I'm having a meet and greet at Bergen County Harley Davidson, April 29th, Saturday at 9 a.m. Food truck's gonna be there, dealership's gonna be open, there's gonna be a whole bunch of other awesome YouTubers there as well. So let's get this video started. Thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. Let's get Mad Max pulled out in the driveway. I'm gonna clean her up a bit since I got everything apart. Ah, poor Mad Max. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at her. Doesn't even look like the same bike, right? So what I did was I wire tied the belt up onto the shock so it's not dragging. But as you guys could see, look at all this grime right there. It's all in the swing arm and it's all up underneath, and we're gonna clean all that out now. See, look at that. Get all that clean so this way the bike, she's gonna look absolutely brand new. She's got about 3,000, almost 3,000 miles on her. We're going to be putting probably about another almost 4,000 miles on the Daytona trip. Let me get my bucket and some suds ready. We're going to go over a few other things, so stay tuned because I'm going to tell you in a second what else we're going to do to the bike. We're going to be able to save a lot of weight. Maybe get it down into the 700-pound range. There's a lot of grime underneath from leftover gook from those past couple winter rides I did up into New York State. But now it's all clean. I'm gonna hose it off. I put a little plastic cover over the header pipe. I don't want no water getting in there and laying. And she's gonna be spick and span. is clean as a whistle. Let me show you. I just put that cover over the head pipe and no more road grime anywhere. Inside looks as clean as the day I got it. Got in everywhere by the ABS, even over here on the frame, everywhere. So she's like brandy new. All good. So now I'm gonna roll it back into the garage, and I want to talk to you guys about something pretty awesome that I'm going to be getting for the bike that's going to drop a lot of weight. A lot of you guys have suggested it. Amzol Adam came through for Cycle Fanatix, so let me bring the bike in the shop. My hands are a little cold, even though it's pretty nice outside today. I think it's about 44 degrees. I'm gonna bring the bike in. We'll finish this video inside. And let me tell you, a lot of people would say that they actually could use their Harbor Freight lift to roll a bike in and out. And I'm telling you, I've tried it, and that's why I got rid of my Harbor Freight lift. That Let's Roll dolly lift system is fantastic because of the big caster wheels. You can move this 700-800 pound bike even over the pavers, even over the little bumps and stuff like that, little imperfections in the concrete or pavers. Also, the steel casters on the Harbor Freight lift, I really didn't like too much because I noticed it was damaging my floor. And those are a strong polyurethane rubber caster, so no damage. Let me roll the bike in, and then we'll talk about what is going on with the bike next. Someone also commented that my garage is neat. I like to keep everything neat. I can't stand a mess. That's one pet peeve of mine, is that everything is friggin' scattered all over the place. I don't know where anything is. I love a clean shop. I love a clean car. Whatever it is, it's gotta be neat. Maybe that's just the military in me, but that's how I roll. Come on, look how easy that is. That is crazy easy. Obviously it's lighter as the bike's apart, but man, I'll tell you, it makes a world of difference, especially in a tight spot, to be able to have it on this dolly system just to move the bike around. So check this out. I'll tell you guys as I'm driving the bike. You remember we try to save a whole bunch of weight off of the bike. A lot of you guys commented about the battery, about getting a lithium battery. I actually mentioned it as well. I don't know exactly how much this battery weighs. All I know is if you guys go back to last year Daytona Bike Rally videos on my channel, I was over by Amzol Adam's rig. And there's a company, and I'll give you guys all this information once the battery comes here. Oops, I said it. But they're actually hooking me up, the company and Adam from Amzol Adam. They're actually hooking me up with a lithium battery, which I'm super happy about. Because this way, I think it's probably gonna be, I don't know, a 20-pound difference. Because I lifted that lithium battery by Adam at Daytona at his rig, and let me tell you, I could literally put it on top of one finger. 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 4, I don't know, something like that. It's crazy. It's so light. I don't know what this battery weighs. I'm assuming 25, 30 pounds. So I think we could knock off maybe another 20 pounds. I'm not sure. If anybody has that exact information or know that exact information, maybe you could put it up in the comments. But Mad Max is getting a lithium battery, so that's going to also drop some weight off of the bike, which I'm super happy about. So hopefully, maybe we could get it, because the last time it was weighed, I think the bike is at 838 pounds, which is still about 20 pounds or 25 pounds lighter than a brand new Road Glide like the one I purchased here, basically off the showroom floor. They're coming in at about 855, 860, so mine's at 838. So, hopefully we'll knock a few more pounds off of it. And it's, all this weight, I mean, it's going to help, obviously, with the handling, with the maneuvering of the motorcycle, from side to side. So any amount of weight that I could deduct off of the bike is going to definitely help and feel a lot better. All right, so it's all dried off. Nice and clean. I don't know if you guys could see it, but it looks like brand new. Actually, yeah, it's pretty much ready for all the pieces to go back together. So the next step is Nick is going to I'm going to be at the shop to bring you guys that video. We're going to take off the rotors off the wheels. We're going to press out the bearings, and I want to show you guys that because the ABS side bearing is different than the non-ABS side bearing. So I want to show you guys that difference. So this way, if you guys ever press them out, you'll know which side goes where, because there is a difference. So we're going to bring you that, and then the stuff in the next couple days is going to go out to powder coating. It is going to look, I'm really excited for it, and I know you guys are too, because I see you guys commenting. So I'm super excited to see how it comes out. We're gonna get the battery, and pretty much when the lowers come back, we'll be able to take these apart and see exactly what happened with the seals. Let me just say this, because a couple of you guys commented in a previous video and said, could it possibly be that the seal just isn't sealing against the black anodized coating on the fork tube? I don't know. I don't think so. I asked Nick, he says no. So I don't know. Did anybody else have any issues? Does anybody else have a like an anodized or coated fork tube? Are you guys getting any issues with fork seals leaking? But when we take it apart, we'll see, you know, is there some damage, or is it because maybe I didn't have the dust seals on there? I don't know. I don't know. Or is it just an inferior seal? And that's what I'm really just hoping it is. That the seals, some kind of aftermarket seal, it was inferior and it went bad, and that's it. Hopefully I put the OEM seals in and she'll be good to go. But other than that, there's nothing really else that I can do to the bike. I'm just gonna go over now every kind of nut and bolt and stuff, especially the head pipe. Make sure that's tight. Go over everything. Make sure everything's nice and snug and tight, so I don't have anything loosen up on me, obviously on the long trip. And after that is just pretty much a waiting game to get all the parts back and start putting it back together. We're also gonna be doing something pretty cool at Amsoil Adams rig. When I'm at Daytona, it's probably going to be like March 6th. But whoever shows up, we're actually going to be picking somebody to get a free oil change. So stay tuned for that. I'll let you guys know as far as exactly the times and dates on all the meet and greet and stuff. Make sure you hit subscribe to the channel. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit a comment down below, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Peace out.